Okay, as a bit of introduction to this little deal, I realized after I filmed the whole process, going to do it, as real time, not sped up. Then I realized that I hadn't realized that I was left-handed, and if I'd have moved the camera from over here to over here, there'd have been a lot less of this. Like where I covered up the whole picture with my shirt trying to carve different parts. So I moved the camera for future endeavor, see how that goes. Also, this kind of choppy because I had to go through and I just took out all the parts that where I was just standing there blocking the view. So anyway, let's roll it. Okay, so I'm just roughing out this piece. It's going to be a Native American face. It started out with the idea of doing a full headdress, but that got changed later down. But all I'm doing is just removing some of the big chunks of wood. And right there I'm establishing the brow line where the eyes are going to be, the eyebrow line. And this is I'm using big tools there. I use real big tools when I start these projects. Carving out a basic part of the eye socket. I'm not anywhere near setting it in, but I just want an idea of where it's going to be. And the same thing going around the sides of the face. Just getting big chunks of the extra wood out. Trying to keep it symmetrical. Cutting down, this was going to be the headdress band that I later decided to remove, but working on that or the forehead area. I've got a wood screw up there where my thumb is, and I want to make sure that I don't cut into that and damage a tool and have a hole in the top of the carving up there. So I was trying to carve from there down. This is when I kind of began to realize that I wasn't going to have enough room to do a full headdress. And I was trying to just figure out what to do from this point on. But still just working on the face, and they're marking out the proportions of like the chin to the nose to the brow ridge to the hairline. Those are all equal parts. And just trying to get everything generally set in. Nothing at this point's chiseled in stone, so to speak, or wood. By the way, this is a piece of Catalpa I'd had for a good while. It was real dry, and it carved real well. Just keeping the face narrow. Didn't want it fat. Didn't want it too flat. That's really something I watch for. I don't want a flat face. I want to push the cheeks back as far as I can to make it round, or I guess really kind of angular from the nose back to the cheeks and the side of the face. I work all over a piece. I don't concentrate on doing one part. And once I get things generally set in with big chisels, I just use smaller and smaller chisels. But I stay with the big ones for a long time, even right there cutting down the side of the temple by the eyes. I use this big, I think it's a number 11 gouge. I think it's 30 millimeter. I could be wrong, but then I'll go to using a flatter chisel and to do the sides of the face. And I'll work on both sides as I go. That's the best way for me to keep it symmetrical. And it won't be perfectly symmetrical, but I don't worry about that. I do try to get it to look realistic, though. The light keeps changing because the way I'm standing. Sometimes I'll block out more of the light, and then sometimes it looks like this, kind of a yellow tint. And I just keep working all around it. Right now, kind of working on the lower part of the face from the nose down to the chin. I've pretty much established where the temples are going to be in the head. And just trying to work from that point for the width on down to the width of the jaw. Trying to find the bottom of the chin with using the third measurement of the chin to the nose, nose to the brow line, and then the brow line of the hairline. I think that's a number 3 or 2 gouge that I have there. It's actually a sweep because it's 40 or 50 millimeter. I've used it a lot, so I've ground it down to smaller than that. Hair cutting under the chin. I hadn't decided at this point how the bottom of it's going to look or what I'm going to do. I did have a picture I was working from, and I was going to try to just copy the picture, and I decided against that because it just wasn't my work. And it was a good picture. It was a picture of a wood carving. And I thought, oh, I'll just copy the wood carving. But the more I got to working on it, I was like, that's no fun. This is the end of this, and the next part, I think I've got some better video.